In the town of Grayford, people didn't talk much about D'Angelo. Not anymore. His name was whispered once, nervously, in the pews of the crumbling church at the end of Hollow Street. Then it stopped completely, as if the very utterance of it might wake something up. But D'Angelo had once been a man, tall, charismatic, charming in a way that made both women and men lean a little closer. He owned the bar on Lantern Hill, the Hollow Flask. You could hear his laugh echoing off the walls every night like church bells gone rogue. They said he never lost a hand of poker, that no one ever saw him sleep. Then one October night he died. Only, he didn't stay dead. The night of his death, it was October 14th, the night of the harvest moon. Thick fog had rolled in over Grayford like a burial shroud. The Hollow Flask was full, the kind of full where the air was damp with sweat, beer, and bad decisions. D'Angelo stood behind the bar, eyes glinting like obsidian under the flickering neon. That's when the girl came in. No one had seen her before. Pale, almost translucent skin, dark eyes that reflected too much light. She wore a red dress like she'd stepped out a 1920s funeral, and when she spoke, her voice barely rippled the air. "I'm looking for D'Angelo." He stopped wiping the glass in his hands. "That's me," he said, smiling. "No," she said, tilting her head. "That was you." There was a silence. A low hum passed through the room. Some patrons looked up from their drinks. The air shifted, denser, heavier. "You made a deal," the girl said, 12 years ago. "Tonight it comes due." D'Angelo's smile faltered for the first time in years. "I paid," he said. "No," she replied. "You delayed." Then she reached into her coat and pulled out a clock. A pocket watch, golden, beautiful, dead still. She placed it on the bar. Midnight struck. D'Angelo fell. No scream, no convulsion, just a single gasp, and he crumpled like a marionette with its strings cut. No one moved. The girl vanished. The pocket watch remained. 2. The funeral that wasn't there was no body in the casket. The funeral was closed casket, held under fog and whisper. The priest read from the scriptures, but his hands trembled and his eyes kept darting to the side, toward the trees, as if someone was watching. They buried the coffin deep beneath the churchyard, under 6 feet of soil and 100 pounds of stone, just in case. No one saw the pocket watch after that. But the dream started. One by one, people in Grayford began having nightmares. The kind that wake you up drenched in sweat, mouth open in a silent scream. In every dream, there was a bar, the Hollow Flask, except the walls were bleeding and the bottles poured shadows instead of liquor. D'Angelo stood behind the bar, grinning, with empty eye sockets and black fluid leaking from his mouth.